In the grand narrative of the Mauryan Empire, names like Chandragupta and Ashoka shine brightly. But what about the rulers who came after them? Forgotten by many, King Shalishuka Maurya was one such ruler, a monarch who reigned during a period of political uncertainty and imperial decline. This is his story as prepared by the Info Circle. The Mauryan Empire, founded by Chandragupta Maurya in 321 BCE, was one of the largest and most powerful empires in Indian history. His successor, Bindusara, expanded the empire, and under Ashoka the Great, it reached its zenith, covering almost the entire Indian subcontinent. However, after Ashoka's death in 232 BCE, the vast empire began to fragment. Weak successors, internal revolts, and regional dissatisfaction began to erode Mauryan power. Amidst this backdrop came Shalishuka Maurya, a ruler whose legacy is both mysterious and cautionary. Shalishuka Maurya was the sixth emperor of the Mauryan dynasty. He was the son of Emperor Samprati, the grandson of Kunala, and the great-grandson of Ashoka. Historical sources such as the Puranas and Buddhist texts like the Divyavadana offer limited information about him, but what we do know is intriguing. Unlike Ashoka and Samprati, who were known for their piety and promotion of Dharma, Shalishuka had a vastly different reputation. According to the Yuga Purana, he was described as quarrelsome, unrighteous, and cruel. Yet he was also praised for being brave and a skilled military commander. This duality defines much of what we understand about his rule. Shalishuka ruled during a time of increasing decentralization. After Ashoka, regional governors, known as Mahamatras, had grown powerful. Many provinces began acting independently, ignoring imperial authority. Shalishuka inherited a throne with diminishing power. To reassert control, he is believed to have resorted to military means. His reign likely involved constant warfare, either to put down rebellions or to defend the crumbling borders of the empire. There are suggestions that Shalishuka had to confront threats from the northwest frontier, where Indo-Greek kingdoms were growing in power. The Bactrian Greeks, who had already begun incursions into the Indian subcontinent, would have posed a significant challenge to the weakening Mauryan state. Despite being known as a ruler with a strong sword, Shalishuka couldn't stop the tide of decline. His rule did little to bring long-term stability. One of the biggest challenges Shalishuka faced was the loss of central authority. The Mauryan bureaucracy, once tightly controlled under Chandragupta and Ashoka, had become bloated and inefficient. Tax collection diminished, and corruption increased. Local rulers, seeing the emperor's weakening grip, began asserting autonomy. In regions like the Deccan and eastern India, breakaway states and republics began to form. The empire was slowly disintegrating from the inside. Additionally, Buddhist patronage, which had flourished under Ashoka and Samprati, declined during Shalishuka's reign. While he may have retained some level of religious tolerance, there is little evidence of major cultural or infrastructural projects during his rule. Our knowledge of Shalishuka comes mainly from Puranic records and references in Buddhist literature. These sources, however, were written centuries later and are often colored by religious and political biases. The Yuga Purana paints a mixed picture, praising his military skill but criticizing his morals. Some scholars interpret this as a reflection of the tensions between Dharma-based rule and pragmatic governance during times of crisis. Shalishuka's reign may not have had the grandeur of Ashoka, but it's a crucial piece in understanding how great empires decline. He represents a transitional figure, a ruler caught between the ideals of a glorious past and the harsh realities of a fractured present. After Shalishuka's death, the throne was succeeded by Devavarman Maurya, another relatively obscure ruler. By this time, the empire was a shadow of its former self. Within a few decades, the Mauryan dynasty came to an end when the last ruler, Brihadratha Maurya, was assassinated by his general, Pushyamitra Shunga, who established the Shunga dynasty around 185 BCE. Shalishuka's reign can thus be seen as one of the final chapters in the decline of a once mighty empire. Shalishuka Maurya may not be remembered as a great builder or a benevolent emperor, but his reign provides critical insight into the fragility of even the strongest empires. From glory to decay, his rule is a reminder that military strength alone cannot preserve a crumbling system. In studying Shalishuka, we not only uncover a lesser-known monarch, but also gain a deeper understanding of how historical cycles of rise and fall shape the destiny of nations. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient Indian history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this.